Have you ever experienced the feeling of carrying a heavy burden of loneliness or a shadow of anxiety and depression that doesn't go away with anything you do? In this video, we will explore 12 Stoic strategies that will help you transform these challenging emotions into opportunities for growth and self-reflection. Sometimes we can feel overwhelmed by the feeling of being alone in a crowd or by the feeling that no one understands what we are going through. The ancient Stoics, despite being known for their remarkable resilience and courage, were no strangers to emotions such as loneliness or depression. What made them stand out was not the absence of these feelings, but their practical approach to managing them. Loneliness and anxiety are emotions that can affect any of us, regardless of our outward appearance or apparent strength. Think of these remedies as instruments in your Stoic toolbox, each with its own purpose to help repair your spirit, navigate difficult times, and brighten your outlook. Whether you feel isolated, overwhelmed, or simply stuck, remember that, like the Stoics, you have the inner strength to face these emotions head-on and emerge stronger. So if you're ready to turn the page and start a new chapter, where those emotions are challenges you know how to face, stay with me until the end of this video. Together, we'll explore these timeless strategies to not only cope but thrive. Number 1. Move. Moving your body is more than just a path to fitness. It is a vital strategy to combat loneliness and depression. Consider it as a conversation with your inner self, where each movement reinforces its strength and endurance. Whether you are walking, running, or stretching, you are not escaping your problems, but actively walking towards a clearer and more peaceful life. This process is about creating a narrative of improvement with every step you take and every breath you take, contributing to the story of your awakening and personal enrichment. Let's face it, feeling depressed alone can make you want to curl up and shut out the world. But there is a secret that, to tell the truth, is not so secret. Your body has this incredible ability to fight against these shadows moving around you. Light a spark that will be like a lighthouse that illuminates the darkest corners of your mind. You don't have to conquer mountains or run marathons, just move with intention. Whether it's a solo dance in your living room or a brisk walk in the park, every movement is a blow against the chains of despair. It is a reminder that you are in control and capable of creating your own path to healing and happiness. Number 2. Be your best friend. Treating yourself as your best friend may sound like a modern twist on ancient wisdom, but it's a powerful tool against the shadows of loneliness and depression. Imagine for a moment that you are facing a steep climb up the mountain of life. The road is full of challenges that seem insurmountable. You stumble, you fall, you get hurt. Even so, you must try to move forward. Fill yourself with strength and courage to continue without judging yourself or thinking that you are weak or incapable. From another point of view, would you reprimand a friend for stumbling along the way, or would you offer them a hand with words of encouragement and believe in their strength to overcome it? Surely you would help him get up by giving him encouragement to continue. Treat yourself the same way you treat your friend. With kindness, remember that you are not talking to a bad person, you are your best friend. Put aside harsh self-criticism. Self-friendship isn't about sweet things or false comforts. It's about the raw honesty of recognizing your worth when you're on the verge of feeling unworthy. Harsh self-talk closes the door to the love and connection we long for. Try to change the script in your mind from adversary to ally. You are not a bad person. You are a human being rich in complexity and capable of growth. This understanding is the key to not only unlocking yourself, but opening the door wide to a world where others can see your light. It is a Stoic remedy, timeless in its wisdom, that urges you to be your own friend. Number 3. Feel satisfied. Chasing dreams by achieving some and failing at others feels like a never-ending search for happiness, a journey marked by moments of shadowed achievement and an insatiable desire for more. This relentless pursuit often blinds us to the beauty of our current situation, leading to a paradox where success is met with a sense of dissatisfaction. It's a narrative all too common among those who have been in the spotlight only to find themselves dealing with a feeling of emptiness. Take, for example, the story of an actor who, despite achieving widespread acclaim on a beloved television show, found himself caught in a web of anxious discontent, longing for greater stardom in the film world. Their experiences underscore a profound truth. Our happiness is rarely found in praise or achievements, but in the relationship we cultivate with ourselves. Being content means embracing the present, recognizing and appreciating our current position without falling prey to constant comparison or searching for what we don't have. It is about finding satisfaction in our journey while recognizing that the search for more can often take us further away from the happiness we seek. This approach not only alleviates loneliness or depression, but transforms our perspective by teaching us to value the now and find joy in the simplicity of being rather than the complexity of achieving. Number 4. Look from above. Imagine standing on a piece of land that you call yours, feeling its immensity spread out beneath your feet, only to discover its true size. Seen from a spaceship or airplane, suddenly what seemed limitless now reflects a speck in the middle of an infinite tapestry. This perspective is not new. It is a wisdom that echoes from the past, where even Marcus Aurelius, who ruled an empire, recognized the importance of distancing himself and saw his domains as mere ants on a crumb. This lens reminds us that the cycles of life, the rise and fall of generations, and the endless repetition of the dance of human nature are not unique to our era. Our personal trials, the moments we consider monumental, are nothing more than echoes of a perpetual history. By elevating our point of view, we learn that our biggest concerns are often smaller than we perceive, and seemingly insignificant moments connect us to an eternal human experience. It is a call to embrace a broader perspective, finding comfort in the humility and clarity of realizing that we are part of something much larger, of a story that has unfolded over millennia. This shift in vision does not belittle our experiences, but rather connects us to the immensity of life itself, urging us to find meaning in both the great and the smallest, and recognize the enduring strength and resilience that have always been at the center of the human spirit. Number 5. Learn to suffer with others. There is profound power and magic in the collective effort to overcome obstacles, whether scaling the intimidating heights of a mountain, the synchronized rhythm of a rowing team against the morning mist, or the collective silence of a meditation group facing the tumult of their minds together. These experiences, so far removed from the solitary trials of running or swimming, lead us to forge deeper connections than mere camaraderie. They remind us that our battles are not fought alone, but are shared between warriors of the same spirit. Imagine the strength found in the eyes of another, equally determined, equally vulnerable, pushing through the barrier of pain. This is where true community is found, where it is born in the heat of collective challenge, not in the comfort of easy victories. Let this be a call to step forward and join those who seek not only to resist but to conquer together. Because it is in the crucible of shared difficulties that we can discover our true strength and, in turn, never have to face the darkness alone. Number 6. Ask for help. Courage isn't just about facing battles, it's about knowing when to reach out for help. Facing the storm can only forge strength, but even the mightiest warriors knew the value of a shield wall at their side. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic not only in philosophy but also in battle, illuminated the way for those who walked through the shadows, saying, "Do not be ashamed of needing help like a soldier storming a wall. You have a mission to fulfill, and if you have been wounded, you need a comrade to help you." So this ancient wisdom is very relevant today, especially for those who feel the weight of the world on their shoulders. It is a call to arms, not to fight alone, but to seek out your legion, your community that is ready to bear the brunt of the battle with you. The essence of strength does not lie in silent suffering, but in the courage to reach out, ask for help from support groups, from recovery circles where souls at their lowest point find a shared place. The strength that is forged, not through the hierarchy that dictates it from above, but in the solidarity of shared struggle and mutual support. This is a testament to the power of collective resilience, fighting in the arena of the modern world where Stoics are made, not born. You are no less for seeking help. You are navigating the path of wisdom that even emperors have traveled. Every time you ask for help, every hand extended in unity is a step away from the shadows and toward the light. Number 7. Focus on your path. Forging your path in this bustling world requires more than just knowledge of where you want to go. It's about the discipline to stay the course without getting lost in the noise. Seneca reminds us to become aware of our journey without being distracted with the countless paths that intersect with ours. This ancient wisdom reminds us that the real challenge lies not in charting our course, but in resisting the temptation to stray from the path attracted by the successes and failures of those around us. It is a test of self-confidence and discipline that forces us to focus on our goals and schedules without succumbing to the distractions that flood our daily lives. Embracing this path means recognizing that everyone's journey is unique, including our own. When we stop comparing our achievements to those of others, we discover a deep sense of purpose and satisfaction. This understanding is not easy. It requires constant effort to overcome the ego and the incessant search for validation, but the reward is the freedom from comparison, the freedom to pursue our aspirations without the shadow of envy or doubt, focusing on our path. We must also cultivate a resilience that protects us from the loneliness and depression that often arise when we feel out of step with the world. Number 8. Remember the non-permanence of things. Life has this funny way of leveling the playing field, where the echo of our actions fades into silence. Just as Marcus Aurelius observed, even Julius Caesar and the humblest Roman citizen share the same final speech beneath the earth. A powerful reminder that our quests for fame, importance, or immortality are but fleeting whispers against the backdrop of eternity. History teaches us that glory is a visitor, not a permanent resident. Fame, popularity, the illusion of importance seduces with promises of eternity, but sometimes it can leave us stranded in the shadows of oblivion. This understanding is not a cause for despair, but a call to anchor our efforts, not in the sands of acclaim, but in the soil of virtue, to cultivate goodness, dedicate ourselves to the good we can do here and now, and concentrate on directing our life. In the stormy seas of life, these are the lighthouses that guide us through the fog of transience, because in the end it is not the applause of the crowd, but the quality of our actions and the integrity of our character that carves the deepest channels in the river of time. Number 9. Embrace adversity. Every setback, every insight, every challenge, and every pain you encounter is not a sign to retreat. It is the universe's unique way of inviting you to a test of strength, a duel with destiny. Seneca, echoing through time, whispers to us that the road less traveled and full of adversity is where we find our true selves, certain that sailing gently on calm seas is pleasant, but it is the storms that reveal the captain within of us. When life doesn't align with our desires, it's tempting to live in disappointment. However, it is precisely these trials, the friction and resistance we face, that hone us into better versions of ourselves. It is in the moments when we are sunk in struggle, when plans fall apart and dreams seem distant, that we are offered a golden opportunity. This is not about wishing for an easier life, but about harnessing the chaos by fighting it and emerging stronger and wiser. Accept that each test is a lesson in resilience, a practice of virtue, and a step towards excellence. Remember, the sweetness of victory is never as satisfying without the bitter taste of battles fought and obstacles overcome. So, when life doesn't dance to your beat, dance anyway, because it is in these moments, unscripted, that you are creating a stronger, happier life. Number 10. Don't repress your emotions. Feeling alone or depressed can be like carrying a mountain on your shoulders, but remember that even the wisest minds of ancient times fought giants. Like Seneca with his pen, as he wrote 4 of his most moving essays, he spoke to her soul and consoled her, embraced her in her darkest hours. Seneca taught us a lesson as vital today as it was then. It is not about wearing an armor of indifference, but about recognizing the storm of emotions and navigating through it, not as its prisoner, but as its teacher. Understanding why a cloud of sadness hangs over you is the first step. but knowing that it is okay to feel, recognizing the complexity of human connections, that is where true strength lies. It is a dance between the mind and the heart, each one taking the initiative when the moment requires it. So when the weight of loneliness or sadness feels unbearable, remember that you are not being scared to silence your heart, but rather to listen to it, to understand it, and know that sometimes the path is not about suppression, but about acceptance and wisdom. Number 11. Seek stillness. Taking advantage of stillness in a world that never stops talking, scrolling and moving may seem like an ancient secret, but it is a remedy for the soul, especially when loneliness or sadness knocks at your door. Think of yourself as a rock in the midst of the ocean's fury, as Marcus Aurelius says, unwavering in the face of the waves of worry, doubt, and loneliness that crash against you. It's not about ignoring the chaos, but about finding your center in the midst of it. Slow your breathing, steady your mind, and plant your feet firmly on the ground. This moment of stillness is not just a pause. It is where magic happens, where creativity flourishes, connections deepen, and joy wells up from within. It is in this stillness that you will find the strength to face the world, not as it spins around you, but when you choose to engage with it by embracing stillness. Surviving the storm, you learn the dance of waves, moving with a grace that turns loneliness and depression into moments of deep peace and purpose. Number 12. Accept things as they are. When faced with the whirlwind of life, it is easy to get lost at sea. However, there is a powerful antidote to the loneliness and depression that often accompanies our relentless pursuit of different outcomes. Accepting things as they are is not about giving in to despair or admitting defeat. It is about recognizing the hidden harmony in chaos, the unexpected lessons about disappointment. By accepting the unpredictability of life and the present moment, even if it is not the one we desire, we unlock a deep sense of peace and clarity. This perspective is not about passivity. It is a call to action, to engage with life on its own terms, to find our purpose and happiness in the reality unfolding around us. Imagine your life as a river. You can fight the current by exhausting yourself as you try to swim back to a past moment, or reach a future too quickly, or you can float, letting the water take you wherever it wants, trusting the journey and finding joy in the landscape along the way. That is the essence. It teaches us to appreciate each turn, understanding that each one has a purpose. In shaping who we are destined to be, Marcus Aurelius, a voice from the past, whispers to us through time, urging us to see that what we add to the fire of our lives is joy. Triumph or defeat fuels our growth, illuminating our path to greatness. By accepting our experiences, not as obstacles but as opportunities, we cultivate resilience and deep, unwavering contentment. These 12 Stoic remedies are not just words. Practice them in your darkest hours of loneliness and depression, and you will discover that you are made for a life full of resilience and deep satisfaction. That's it for today's video. Tell us about your experiences in the practice of Stoicism and your opinion on this complex topic that we have discussed. If you like today's topic, give us a like and subscribe to the channel so that we can continue walking the Stoic path together, learning and growing in its powerful wisdom.